Hello everyone, welcome. I am super excited to give this tutorial on how to master your day, master your week, and master your life using Evernote. This tool has honestly completely transformed my life, and although that might seem a little bit exaggerated, ask my fiance, I talk about it almost every day. It has completely helped me level up in all areas of my life. I'm going to grad school right now. I work as a coach right now, and I've been traveling the last 18 months, and this thing has brought so much productivity and focus and clarity to my life and my days. It is unbelievable. This, what I'm about to share with you is best used for remote workers, for online students, for anybody who sits at their computer a lot. I'm using the Mac. I imagine it works the same on a Windows or a PC, but I don't know that to be the case. Now, either way, if you are on your computer a lot and you need to level up your life, or you need to get a little bit more focused and less busy, or you need to be a bit more proactive, or whatever it is you're trying to work on, if you need a daily planner that you can make your own, this is the one to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick rundown today on Evernote just in general. I'm going to talk about the stacks, the notebooks, and the notes, and then I'll break down what I've really kind of created for all of you with this shareable planner that I'll be sharing with you. Actually, there's a link down below that you can click on that, and as soon as you're signed up with Evernote and you're moving forward with that, you can click on that link and it'll bring you right to this page that I'm sharing with you. And having this tutorial guide you can start to create your daily planner, your weekly planner with following the process we're about to go over right now. So we'll go over that, and then I'll quickly show you how I structure my weeks, which is basically the same as this. I'll just give you some more real life examples, and we'll call it a day. But again, guys, this is an incredible tool, and I really hope that it changes your life as it has for mine and soon to be my girlfriend's or my fiance's. Don't tell her I said that. She's my fiance. So let's get to work. So quick rundown with Evernote. This is a tool that is great for anybody who's working online, like I said before, and it's the same as you would a notebook in school. Let's see. Same as you would a notebook in school, you have notebooks in Evernote. Okay, so this is, let's say, my managerial accounting class. I have a notebook for each one of my classes. I have a notebook for each one of my coaching clients, et cetera, et cetera. I have a notebook for all my personal development stuff. All these different things I have notebooks for. All right, so anything you would put in a single notebook as if you're writing in person, I would say put that in a notebook and Evernote. Okay, now from there you have notes. So think of a note as a singular page within a notebook. Okay, and just now this is my accounting class, like I said. So for each one of the modules, I have each module has its own note. I'm not going to teach you accounting today, so let's not go into that. But just to give you an idea of what that looks like now, on the larger picture, all right. So on the smaller picture, each note is the smallest little piece of paper, let's say, in your Evernote profile. The notebook is the thing on top of that, and then you have what are called stacks. So stacks are full of notebooks, each containing notes. Okay, so right now I have my grad school stack. Each one of my classes has its own notebook. Okay, so that's kind of just a quick rundown of how Evernote works: notes, notebooks, stacks, and there's also an incredible search option up here in the top right corner that you can use to look for anything you want. All right, now let's jump in now to the weekly planner. What I'm super excited to share with you guys, honestly, like I said, this whole process has changed my life, which is why I'm so excited to bring this here to you today. I'm going to walk through how I structure this and why I think it's important to do it this way. But at the end of the day, it's yours to create and make your own. Okay, so like I said before, once you get through this tutorial, click down on the link below. It'll take you right to this page. You can take out any of these things that you don't want and you can make it your own. But either way, I offer that I encourage, I challenge you, whatever word you need that'll give you the extra push, please do it. Give this thing a shot, let's say for a month. It will completely change your productivity, how you handle life, your clarity, your focus throughout each day. Okay, so let's get down to it. I'm just going to do a quick rundown of how I structure my week. I'll do my days, and then I'll show you how I do my weekly review. And then we'll go on to exactly some examples on what this looks like, and you'll be on your way. Okay, so at the top, I add any notes or reminders I have for the week. Okay, now as I'm going through this, anything you see and highlighted in yellow, these are just notes that you will, once you come in and make this your own, you'll follow the prompts or replace it with an inspirational quote or whatever it is that you need to make this your own, and you'll take out these highlighted parts. But these are just some guides for you, some notes that I think will be beneficial as you work through and make this your own. So starting at the top, life, vision, and mission. All right, your vision is your ultimate goal you have for your life. All right, that is your driving force. You have this broad picture for your life, and you are moving towards that vision for your life. You're guided by it, and if you're not, you are likely doing the same thing you've always done. Okay, you're likely being pushed forward by the past instead of pulled forward by the future if you do not take any time to get clear on what it is you want for your life. All right, so I offer that you take that time to write that here and review it every day. Your mission, right below it, is your main motivator. It's your main reason for being and acting. It's like, why are you here? Your vision is what you're moving towards, but your mission is why, the why behind what you do. Okay, again, take the time, put that here. Now, your mission is then broken down into what I like to do is 12-week goals. You can call them SMART goals, whatever sort of goal process you like or your coach likes you to do. Add your goals here. Again, if you're not reviewing these on a daily basis, it's hard to, if you're not reviewing these on a daily basis, there's a very good chance you're not taking them serious enough. They're not fresh in your mind enough to actually see them through. Okay, so really take the time to articulate your goals based off your vision, based on your mission in this area right here. And of course, identify why they're important to you. These things should be bigger than you, all right? Make sure you identify who's counting on you, what causes you care for, whatever it is you're working towards. Identify who's counting on you to follow through. Here on the right. And again, make this your own. Now, from my sort of quarterly goals, what I'm basically doing on our quarterly goals, or the process I do is a 12-week year, and it's an incredible process. I'm not going to get too far in the weeds on that today, but I've left a link here, takes you to a book, and the book has all the information. It's an incredible process for goal setting. I challenge you to look into that. But whatever process you have used or your coach is using, that'll suffice for now. Add those here, and then what you'll do is you'll break down those those quarterly goals, those yearly goals, whatever it is you've identified, down to your weekly to-dos. Okay, these are like your weekly goals. These are the things that you went from a really high level to the top, your revision, your mission, your goals. Now you're moving down into your weekly to-dos. This is adding structure and focus to your day. You're identifying the priority tasks that you need to accomplish for the day, and you're writing them here at the beginning of each week. So you know that what you have to do and the date that is due that week. And keep you focused, keep you moving forward. It actually helps you accomplish your goals. Do this, guys. This stuff is really important. Make some tweaks here and there, but really go through this process. It's going to change your life. Now, what I like to do below that, after I've set up my whole week and I reviewed my week, and really what I do each morning is review my vision, mission, and my goals, and the reason why I'm achieving those, why I'm after those goals. It helps me reset the day, shake off the cobwebs, really get focused. Now, if you're building any habits, or your coach is offering or asking you to build habits in your life, or you know you need to be doing something in your life, add these here. You can easily take this rules and reminders out and call them habits. Right, so I'm doing intermittent fasting. I work out. I get up at 5:30. Right, this is what I'm working on, and I'm tracking the days that I get it and the days I don't, and then I am writing in lessons learned, any roadblocks, anything that I need to change in my life. All right, what doesn't get measured? What do they say? What's not measured can't be managed. Right, so I'm measuring these things, and I'll get into what this daily score means here in a little bit, but I'm measuring these things. That way I can make the changes in my life that I need to make to level up in my life and really create the life I want to live, and really realize the vision that I have for my life. Okay, so I'll offer that to you. Make these your own. You can easily hit this plus sign and add as many as you want. You can easily hit this drop down menu here and take out some. Make this your own. Play around with functionality on Evernote. It's super easy to use once you get, there's a learning curve with anything, but once you get this going, and it really becomes super easy to use. Now, I've added a quote here. Feel free to take this out. I love it though. It's It's an incredible speech or snippet of a speech from Theodore Roosevelt, and I hope it inspires you to dare greatly. It's not the critic who counts. It's all about who you, the people like you who are out in the arena, creating their life, realizing their vision, actually achieving their goals. It's just a reminder of that. Okay. Now, moving into how we structure the day. Okay. These journal prompts are how I start off my day right now. A month ago, they were different. A month from now, they probably will be different. So make these your own, right? Add these journal prompts to kind of wake you up, get you focused, have you thinking intentionally about the day, and then moving forward, okay? Identifying your priorities, doing all the things that you need to do to make sure you're living your life the way you want to live it. Okay, another thing I like to do, which I hope that everyone is checking with this gratitude, identify 3 things you're grateful for. Really feel that emotion, really feel that for the sleep you got, for the sleep you didn't get, whatever it is that you can be grateful for. It's really going to help you start to focus your mind on the right things that day. Now, another thing I like to do is check it with how I'm feeling, right? Sometimes I don't sleep well. I get a 2 out of 5. And I can adjust, like maybe I had to drink too much caffeine. Maybe I was too late on my computer, so that threw me off. Whatever it is, check with my mood, my energy, my stress, my gratitude, how I'm feeling in the morning, so I can then be proactive in how I dress and how I show up throughout the day, right? If I'm lacking in energy because I got very little sleep, then I know that I can do certain things to help me manage that in a more proactive sense. So I'm not taking out my frustrations on other people in the world, and I'm checking back in with how I'm feeling. Make this your own. Now, moving down, priorities and tactics. Up above, we went over our weekly to-dos. We talked about our goals. Now, this is where you are putting in the daily priority tasks and tactics you need to do to realize your weekly goals. They're in your 12-week year or your SMART goals or whatever it is you're working towards. I break them down: critical proactive, critical reactive, and non-critical. All right. So I'm doing my critical proactive work first. That's my most demanding. That's my creating work, my creative work, my writing, my video production, all these different things that need to be done proactively. That's here. Critical reactive is responding to calls or meetings and those sort of things. And then non-critical is just nonsense that just kind of gets in the way, right? Most people that don't have this to-do planner are spending all their time in this busy work, right? This non-critical workspace over here, and they're not getting anything done. They're busy all day, but they are not getting anything done, all right? So prioritize this stuff. And as I said before, I'll get back to the score, and that's what I'll do now. So the weekly score is, let's say you have 4 tasks you need to complete for critical proactive work during, this would be Monday, right? So let's say you only get to 3 of them. Something come up, you had a call, you got caught on Instagram or YouTube watching videos like this, or whatever it is you were doing that took you away from your critical proactive work, right? So let's say you give yourself 75% here. And I know that as I measure this, I can then manage it, right? So I'm going to be tracking this up here. Boom, 75%. Okay. Monday I got 75%. I'm tracking this along. Now, if I know that if I'm below really about 80% or more than a few days in a week, I was really lacking in my clarity and my focus and my productivity. Okay, and that calls for some adjustments, right? That's what coaches help you do. If you need some help with that, feel free to schedule a call. There's a link down below for that as well. Either way, measure this stuff so you can manage it. Get some help here, guys. Okay, let's make sure I delete this. I don't leave it in there for you. Okay, so we've done, these are all things I'm doing in the morning. Okay, I'm answering all these questions each time I wake up. Now, I'm getting down into my priority tasks, my tactics. These are things that are done ideally the night before in the daily reflect and review, or in the morning as new things pop up. Okay, so I know exactly when I wake up in the morning, I go get done with how I'm feeling, and I go right into all the things that I know I need to be doing that day. So I can really start to prime myself and get in the right headspace. Now, moving down, this is the daily planner. Okay, so you're moving down here with the daily planner, and make this your own. I offer that you have a morning routine. I love the movement, mindset, motivation routine that we have structured. If you are interested in that, feel free. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put a download link for that as well It's an incredible routine. It's again, it's changed my life probably about as much as this thing has, this Evernote tool. So I'm going to share that with all of you, totally free. Check it out and see what it can do for you. It's just adding some structure, some focus, some clarity in your day, and it's setting up for success. It's like a launching pad for the rest of the day. Okay, so either way, make this your own. Obviously, the times are going to be a little bit different. Maybe look it up a little bit. What did I just say right there? Maybe you will get up a little bit earlier. So, of course, you can add a 5 a.m. Boom. Easy. Now, um, moving down, I've added some things you can read through on the side. All right, these are just notes. These are just notes that I have made. Again, all these highlighted parts you can make your own. Take them out, read the notes, do whatever you want. I like to leave this to-do section as my actual to-dos, right? The things I'm doing, let's say meeting with Sally, and then what I had over here was just notes, reminders, ideas, insights, whatever it is. Let's say I'm meeting with Sally at 10 o'clock today, and her cousin is sick. So I need to, the night before, when I'm reviewing this, and I'm like, oh, I'm meeting with Sally today, her cousin is sick. I need to make sure I ask about her cousin, all right? Whatever it is that is relevant to this specific task here. So that's that. Moving down, daily reflect and review. Schedule this stuff in, guys. It's super important that as you're creating this thing, you're reflecting on it, you're reviewing to make sure it's moving forward in a way that is conducive, that is most conducive to your growth, your progress, your business, whatever it is you're trying to create or build. Make sure it's conducive to that. All right. So I do mine at 8 o'clock every day, and I adjust it sometimes if something comes up. But what the daily reflection review is specifically is you're moving down here to the daily scorecard. Okay, so you're checking with all these things. I have offered these here for you. Again, make these your own. Feel free to edit them or take them out or add new ones in. But I truly challenge you to really rate yourself on your priority, your let's call them target points for the day. Whatever it is you set out to accomplish that day, and as far as how you show up and how you think and how you feel and how much influence you have and whatever else is relevant to you in your business and your life, add these things here. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, and then write down here on the side lessons for leveling up or ideas for increasing the rating that you had that day, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I call it lesson for leveling up. Make it your own. Add any notes or reminders for yourself here to improve this area of your life. Okay, and then I offer this insights, ideas, and inspiration for any other reminders, ideas, any great things that happened, or whatever else you'd want to remember. Okay, I'll take this out since it's already up at the top. Now, as part of your nightly review, or your daily reflecting review is what I called it before, you're going to do your evening journal prompts. Again, just like in the morning, you're going to write out some journal prompts, really reflect on your day, how it went, how you showed up. Did you leave anything undone? What were the biggest wins? What did you learn? Anything that's relevant to you, add those journal prompts here. Again, this can change over time. So make this your own, and then always, always, always finish your day with some gratitude. Be grateful for this morning routine. Be grateful for the person you met in the subway. Whatever it is that you can be grateful for, because the sun shined on your face today. Whatever it is, there's always something to be grateful for. So I offer that to you. Check in at the end of the day and write down what you're grateful for, no matter what you're going through. So that is basically the daily planner. All right. So this is a daily to do, or this is a daily planner equipped or complete with journal prompts, to dos, how you're feeling, scorecards, all these different things. In order to make this a weekly planner, all you're going to do is what I'm doing right now, which is copying or highlighting everything first. I'm highlighting everything. And after I have made this my own, as in after I have added all the journal prompts that I want, I've added all the scorecard prompts in this box that I want. I've taken out all these highlighted sections. I copy this, and I'm going to go down, hit the dash a handful of times and hit return. It will make a line, and then paste. And now I have Monday and Tuesday, and of course I do this 5 more times, so I have a full 7-day week. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. Since everyone's will be a little bit different, I'm leaving just one day. That way, when you copy this whole thing, you bring it over to your Evernote page. You can, again, create this for yourself, make it your own, and then, again, copy, paste, so you have 7 days in a row. Now, at the end of the week, do a weekly review, and that is laid out here. So that's going over the thing at the top, making sure you got your weekly to-dos done. You're identifying those habits, those rules and reminders we talked about in the beginning, making sure those are done. And anything else that you have made a note of that you need to get done that week, you're reviewing that at the end of the week. I do this every Sunday morning. It's in my to-dos. It's actually in my weekly planner, and so that way I never even have to think about it. It's always there. Now, another thing I like to offer is what I call the pillars of life, and then something that's really helped transform my relationship with my fiance. Other than this, obviously that's a work in progress, like we talked about before. But to start off, let's get into the pillars of life. Now, just as easily, you can click on this and you can delete this whole table. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. Boom, delete this table. This whole thing will go away. But before you do that, I offer that you work through this process every single Sunday, and it will change your life. Because what you're doing with this process, sometimes people have called it the wheel of life, but basically these are what I call pillars, right? And there are 11 pillars that make up who we are as human beings, all right? Service and contribution, growth and development. I'm not going to get all these things here now. You can read through them yourself, but you will go through this. Actually, here's the instructions right here. You'll go through this, score yourself out of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. You'll give an example of that from that week, and then you'll give yourself a recommendation for leveling up. If you do this process without anybody's help, you can do all this by yourself, and you follow through on that recommendation to level up, you will completely transform your life. You will completely transform your life. Okay, so I leave this here, this Pillars of Life. It's a free tool for you to use. Again, I offer that you do it every week, track your progress, and as long as you're holding yourself accountable, or you're enrolling your partner or a friend or a coach to do this with you, it's going to change everything for you. Okay, so do this every week and really move the needle in your life. Now, moving down. And the last thing, what I talked about has drastically improved my relationship with my fiance. Okay, is this idea of our health, happiness, and overall satisfaction with life and work is directly proportional to how proactive we are. And this same thing holds true with relationships. Okay, so what I do is I have these things what are called questions for couples. You can call it whatever you want. But each Sunday, right after I do my weekly review, actually right before I do this first generally, but I go through and this section is, you put your name up here, your partner's name over here, go through and you answer these questions all about yourself, and again, make these your own. All right, but I'm asking what am I proud of from that week. I'm asking any areas to improve on for the next week, anything that needs this relevant to this week. I'm adding it in this section right here. Okay, my partner does the same on the right, and then we flip flop sides. Then we go down here, and I will answer these questions and over here. Okay, so for her, so the question is, what's something you noticed I did well? I'm asking that from the perspective of what is something I noticed my partner did well. Okay, I'm going through here, same thing here, giving her tips. That way, if there are those sort of things that are kind of annoying you, or something's bothering you, or something's holding you back about your partner, or rather, you think. Let me think about it. How do I say this? If there's something you notice that your partner is doing or not doing that it's holding him or her back in their life, that's where you address it. Okay. Of course, if you're coming at someone in the heat of a moment, you're going to create defensiveness and you're going to create a challenge with that, and some resistance. And it can, at least in our relationship in the past, it's led to a fight. And so this process, again, has changed my life. My fiance is an amazing relationship coach, and she's incredible at putting these sort of things together that really help couples master the relationship. So if you're interested in that, feel free to shoot me a message. I would love to connect with her. But either way, use this process starting now. Any apologies you need to make, whatever it is, Add these things here each week. Review them as a couple, as adults, in love, and transform your life. Okay, so do a quick recap. Let's see, back to the top. So starting at the top, going over life, vision, mission, or goals. Okay, weekly to-dos, rules and reminders, any quotes that are relevant to your life, or anything you need to remind yourself of. Then we're going to go over our morning journal prompts. We'll go over our check-in process, our priority tasks, and then our daily planner. All right, adding these things in as you go. Ideally, the night before. At the end of each day, you're going to do a daily review. We're going to do this daily scorecard, checking with how you're feeling each day and how you're showing up. You'll do some journal assignments, and boom, you're done for the day. And you are drastically moving forward in your life. And if not moving forward, you are at least seeing where you are lacking so you can make some changes. And then finally, again, after you copy and paste this now 6 times, you will have a weekly planner. Okay. And then you have your weekly review at the end. Now, to show you how this works, at the end, or again, at the bottom of this page, or of this video, there is a link that I have shared. All right, this link I've shared in the space below. Once you're all set up on Evernote, you can go in here and copy this, and you'll be taken right to this page, the shareable planner page. You can copy this whole thing and paste it on your own, and you get to work. Okay, start filling this thing out. And the last thing I want to show you is how I kind of set up my notebooks, or really my planner notebook right here on the left. My planner notebook that I'm sharing with you, and how I do it every single week. This is exactly what I do. All right, I go in and I have, going all the way as far back as I started doing this last summer, and again, it's completely changed my life. And this is the process for making this planner that you'll make your own a weekly planner that you can use at the click of a button. Okay, so now once you're finished, you're going to go up to the top right, these 3 dots in the top right corner. You'll click Save as Template, and I think I'm all out of space. Nothing happened. Okay, you click Save as Template, and then each week, as you can see, we're in February 3rd through 9th, 2020 right now. Okay, so we're here. Now, let's say it comes the 10th, or I guess it'll be the 9th when I'm doing this for the next week. I would click on New Note. I click on Template, and then I click on, boom, Weekly Planner. Okay, and then it populates my actual weekly planner that I have. Okay, and this will obviously be yours because you saved it as a template. And then this is all my stuff. This is what I do. So I add this at the start of each week. I add this to my planner notebook. It's a new note for the week, and then I'm ready to go. And I start filling these things in right away. I review my affirmations, my reminders, my vision, all this kind of stuff we talked about before. Okay, so guys, that is it. That is how you own your day, own your week, own your life with Evernote. I really hope you got something out of this video. I really hope you start to implement this process. Again, if there's any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, set up a call. There's links down below. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you really take this and it changes your life just as it has done for me. Talk to you soon.